Hello. How's everybody doing out there? YDBT Daily, every Thursday, YDBT Daily. This is the go-to live stream for anything motorsports racing related. Think of it as a automotive racing, street racing news outlet, whatever's happening out there that people are talking about. I like to cover it just to kind of be on point and current with things. I was going to today talk about the rumors of Ford being bought out by Elon Musk, but those are 100% false. So then I thought to myself, I'm not even going to talk about it because it's 100% false. There's no rumor. He hasn't mentioned anything. I'm on X all the time. So I'm not even going to talk about it. Then on my Patreon, somebody sent me a clip of a guy getting his glasses smacked right off his head because he did not pay up after a race. And I thought to myself, let me guess. It probably was a roll race, and my suspicions were correct. And the guy wanted video proof that he hit 100 and whatever, 40 or 160 miles an hour before he would pay up. Now, we have been through this before. Carlos Vergara, Valley 10 Speed, already went through this with a Camaro that he raced out on the West Coast, where the Camaro spun on the hit. Carlos Vergara, Valley 10 Speed was gone. And all of a sudden, when they got back to the spot, the guy did not want to race because he couldn't, Carlos, verify that he went 160. Imagine winning a race by a 747 in terms of length. And the guy goes, I'm not paying until I see that you hit 160. I have no idea what planet we're racing on anymore, guys. I have no idea what's happening. We're going to cover that and many more things, but not before Mr. Bill O'Reilly says hello to the people here. Oh man, this did not work. Did I hit the wrong thing? Let me see. Headphones, so I got to hit Yeti Nano. So I got to do it again. Let's do it again. I'm going to make sure that we can actually hear Mr. Bill O'Reilly.
We'll do it live. Okay.
That's enough. Let's just get to it. Fuck it. All right. D&F Performance, DNFperformance.com. D&F Performance, the online parts house for the show. D&F Performance, get your parts there. Every part, new parts. DNFperformance.com. And also Emery Cups. Caliber Transmission, CaliberTransmission.com. If you're going to rebuild your Ford manual transmission, that's the only guy you should talk to. Nobody else. Caliber Transmission, LMP of MD for your LS and LT late model needs. PMAS, Nick James, PMAS, the only cold air intake this channel and most competent tuners recommend PMAS cold air intakes. Parts.com. Use late model parts, fenders, cranker pallets, rolling chassis, wheels, tires, exhaust, trunk lids. Hit them up. Thepartsfarm.com. MFP of Australia. 2 Auto Solution, Rummy's Auto Solution. I'll be seeing him at FL2K. Hang out with him for a little bit. And Bellac Industries, if you want to let people... Bellac must have an insane amount of rears only they have sold, because everywhere I see BMWs and all this shit, all they do is buy the rears. So, hey, Damien, Barato, do me a favor. Charge double for the rears, and they can make your money up. Let's say hi to the people here. Let's get after it. Before we do that, Ridge Prince. Buy some shirts. RidgePrince.com, YDBT. Buy some shirts. If you're going to support the guy, what you're going to do is you're going to go to RidgePrince.com, collections, YDBT. You're going to get yourself shirts and support the kid. I get a monthly nut. That means sales are good. I think we sold 90 units last month. Hopefully we can get into the hundreds or so, and I can get more money. And that's exactly how it goes. So let's say out of the people here, we got Leon Phelps, EPA, one of our chair, Joe Swish, EPA, Cody Jones, Stuart D, Rick, Monty 540, YouTube, Corrupt and Free Speech says, good evening. Looking forward to you covering this. Rick says Trump 2024, Cody Jones, Big Pops, Mustang, Dennis the Wolf, Basil, Stilianu. What the fuck kind of name is that? Basil Stilianu. Wow. Albie, Oliver, Brian T. Skorsky, Elverga Larga, Kilometers, Nick, Bilovash, CJM, Danny, CJMs, Carnage, Homero Mata? Wow, Homero Mata. What the fuck is happening? Charlie Vega, Clint Stroke, Grizzy, Paul Ponthieu, David Hale, Dixon, Mark Christensen, Christian Duran, Brennan Bell, JD Swag, Clean on VGT, Nathan, Bryson Witt, Robo Style, Phil Faz. What's up, Phil Faz? Wanted me to retune him on Ethanol 1R. Wow, there's a lot of comments. TC, Desmond, Window Liquor, Wanda Racing. Absolutely. One of on RTR, 13 Pro Cal, Gergi Ovish, South Detroit Entertainment. Peasant Jeff, Nardi Mercado, ESS 10-speed, Pito Chiquito, Adam Griffin, Bogsy Luxury, Nardi Mercado again, Peter Chow, Bryson Witt, Desert 1320, The Slap, heard around the world, Arturo Mosillo, Bonobird, GP, Adam Griffin, Sixsuki, Joseph Lacey, 50 Stalin, Timos, SVT, JD Swag, Ryan, let's get to the bottom. Geddes, Alex Leonard, Jose Quinones, Jacob Weber, Diddy, T, Twin Turbo Carb Yodi, Pedro Parra, One Slow Eco, Flat Kitten, Jose Quinones, Emmanuel, Twin Turbo Coyote, Brian, TJ, Junior, Areola. Interesting name. So, if you go on YouTube, a video popped up from a username Coyote Mar. Now, Coyote Mar, you can do what you want. You can copyright this video. I understand if you do. I understand it is 100% your content. But I want to talk about and use this video as an example of what it's like to race on the West Coast on a roll situation without what I would call a race master. I think the West Coast specifically suffers from stip racing. And a lot of people know that they don't even have to pay, even if you set up the rules. Guys, there was an actual racing contract floating around the internet saying you have to sign this contract. And if you sign this contract and you agree to the terms of this contract, then you got to pay. It's gotten so bad on the West Coast, apparently, that people are now saying, bro, you got to sign this. Now, even if they sign it, they don't got to pay shit. It's not legally binding. What are you going to take it to a lawyer and say, well, he signed the contract, so he owes me the money. So a bolt-on Z06, C7, which are serious if you modify them properly, races a Whipple 10-speed Mustang, aka on the West Coast, it's a Whipple tune. They just change some stuff and have at it because nobody out there develops an actual tune. They base it off of the Whipple file and they just add injectors or return fuel system, injectors, and see you later. So I'm not going to really show much. I'm not going to show the whole video, Coyote Mar. Again, you can do whatever you want and I respect it. But I'm hoping you don't because I'm trying to bring some light into this situation. It's a very interesting subject. So Coyote Mar on YouTube, let's get right to it. Let's not fuck around. Posts a video and it's titled, Huge Fight. FBO C706 versus Whipple 10-speed Mustang, uncensored. Now, I have to be careful. If YouTube did not take this video down, then they should not take my video down because it's showing the same video. So this guy seems like a good dude. He's talking about hanging with his boy, talking about, bro, we outside, we're going to go racing. He seems excited. You know, the guy in the green sweater is repping his boy with the Z06. He's having a good conversation. They got a good phone, everything. So then here comes the race that's going to happen. And I suspect this is negotiations. And I'm just going to gloss through it. I'm not going to really play the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what the color was for. Close to 650.
Let's flip one.
Okay, so I suspect that they agreed on a 60 to 160. Okay, fine. That's fine. So if I'm ahead of you by 155, you're not going to come around me in the last 5 mile an hour. I'm sorry. Unless I hit a wall or slam on the brakes and I'm ahead of you by 2 cars, you are not going to come around me. This isn't an infinite race. It's crazy. So let's get to the race. They get out there. They go outside. They do some burnouts and they get the race going. And the Corvette is gray. The Mustang is blue. Okay, so I suspect the Corvette hit 160, and this looks like a flyby, right? Right? Looks like a flyby. Let's look at another angle. Sheesh, they're moving. And he put his hazards on. That means he's like, bro, I'm ahead and I'm good. And that's the good thing about the Corvettes. Now, if you look at the race very carefully, the Mustang did stop the Corvette's pull, meaning the moment the Corvette hooked, the Mustang stopped the pull, but it was not gaining on the Corvette. It just wasn't. Right there. I would suspect right there, the Mustang thought, oh shit, I might be gaining on him. You stop the pull, meaning you make more power. But the problem is, in order to overcome the distance the Corvette put on you, you need a lot more power than just to stop the pull. And that's it. The brake lights are on very clearly. The brakes are, okay, cool. No, I lose. If I'm the Mustang guy in this situation, I lose the race. So then they go back to the gas station to try to get paid.
No, I mean, I just want to see you hit 160.
I just want to see that you hit 160. So he concedes that he loses the race. Yeah, I just want to make sure you hit 160. That's where the trouble begins. Remember the race with Carlos Vergara where the guy goes, I spun in the Camaro. I wasn't even near you. But the race was 60 to 160. So unless you didn't go to 160, I'm not paying. That's a stipulation. The race is this. 60 to 160 means we both let off if we're next to each other, to 160. But if I'm ahead of you and I'm at 159.999 and I let off, but you go, no, the race was 160, rules are rules. That's a stipulation, and I would never agree to that. I would never agree to that stipulation. I'm like, let's just race from a roll and see, because honestly, let's be honest. It's an infinite race at that point. It's a race until infinity. It's a race until who has the nuts. It's an overdrive race. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th gear. An 8th gear on the Corvette, because at that point, you can never let off.
They froze. That one did too?
You want to show the video?
That shit didn't even record.
Okay, so now what the problem is, you are relying on technology to confirm that your race happened. So this is the GPS up here on the phone, and I suspect this is the Corvette GPS. Oh, look, it froze. It froze. Okay, so the Corvette guy now does not have the proof that he went 160. So now that opens the door for stipulations. It froze at 58. But he's ahead. And they both let off at around the same time. So now starts the bullshit. Now, I don't know the history, but there's arguing. There's people. See, I'm just gonna show screen grabs. Argue. What the fuck, bro? We did this before. Yo, what? I don't know, man, but it didn't hit 160. So, but what you mean it didn't hit 160, bro? I'm just saying that it's got to hit 160, bro. Bro, you do this all the time. Then they get to the crucial point where I think a couple of things happen here, and we got to talk about what's happening. This is the point where the guy in the green sweater, I don't think reacted because he wasn't going to pay. I think he reacted because he felt disrespected. So I think he's being reasonable, but who knows? Let me see. Okay. The guy in the green sweater says, my GPS didn't work. So what do you want me to do? My boy or him is ahead by 2 cars. What do you want me to do?
You let me know how the fuck you gonna see one.
Fucking know, get it to work.
I don't fucking know. Get it to work. That's what the kid in the glasses says. The guy in the green sweater says, I had my GPS on. Whoever, his boy or him. How the fuck am I supposed to get this money if the GPS don't work, but I'm ahead of you? I beat you. I'm ahead of you. And the guy in the glasses says, fuck do I know? Get it to fucking work. Now, I think what happens next is a reaction to the disrespect, not to the reaction to the money. Oh. Now, this guy obviously has great genetics because the glasses flew out of this guy's head so fast. It wasn't even funny. It was a very, very quick, got the fuck out of there.
No, get it to work.
And look at him. He's not even winding up. It's just from the pocket right to the dome. Whew, jeez, brother. Wow. So he gets insanely pissed off, takes off his sweater, and they get after it. And he starts getting up to his grill, and he pushes him on the hood of the car, and he, pushes him, chokes him. I don't want to play the whole video. I want to have Coyote Mar have the whole shit. And then this guy's got his hands. Okay, whatever. So then this guy, I think, levels with him. He says, you do this all the time, bro. So this is the part where I think he reacts to not being paid.
With a $10,000 race, bro.
I tried to pay
And I thought I was lashing out for nothing. You doing the same shit, bro.
Bro, I'm
the
not,
fucking
I'm not gonna
don't
punch
work.
you or nothing, bro. But I'm on
It
my
don't
fucking
work.
work and people ran it.
Okay, Now this is the part where I think the black guy is saying, the slap had nothing to do with the money. The slap had to do with the disrespect. This part is about the money. Bro, $1,000 ain't nothing to me, but it's the principle. We bet on it. We shook on it. We're good. And apparently the guy that used to have the glasses seems like I don't know. I feel bad for him, but whatever. He put himself in this position. He's like, people were in my pockets. What he is saying now is, I'd pay you, but people were in my pockets.
I felt people in my pockets, bro.
Nigga, you feel yourself in your pockets.
No.
Nigga, look at you. You in your pockets. You in your pockets. Your hand in your pockets. Look at you. Big ass
He's
hand.
trying to fucking hold my
That's
fucking
you.
pants up.
He ain't going nowhere, bro. He ain't going nowhere till we get paid, bro.
So very justifiably, everyone is upset at the guy because he is now saying, people were in my pockets. I don't know where the money's at.
Bro, I'm not lying. I had it in my pockets, bro. I'm not fucking
You are lying, bro.
Oh my god.
Bro, it's just not in my fucking pockets.
Nobody wants to say your fucking.
This nigga like, come on.
So, because the internet is forever and everybody has a cell phone, supposedly somebody caught the guy giving the money to somebody else before they were gonna, square up and talk about the money exchange.
Came out your pocket, bro.
Bro, you can fucking. I know. I
This is
felt
the
something
second
in my
time,
pocket.
bro.
I felt something in my
When
pocket.
have I never not paid you when you beat me?
Bro, I know, bro. But
Did I never not pay any of you niggas?
Bro, I feel for him, brother. Hey, the guy with the black guy. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I'm honorable. I lose, I pay. And now he's pleading. He is actually being reasonable. When have I ever not paid y'all motherfuckers?
I fucking pay when I lose. This is the second time you did this. You did this shit with way more money. And I thought I was tripping. You did this shit again, bro.
That gentleman is so right at that moment. That's when I would get more hyped up. This guy is actually reasonable, telling him his side and saying you are not someone to be trusted because you didn't pay. This is the second time.
Again.
bro,
What the
I'm telling you, I
fuck?
try to fucking pay you, bro.
How?
People, I'm telling people in my
How?
pockets, bro. I don't have
You
the
know
money.
I beat you.
Okay, now this is the part in the Coyote Mar video where he or someone videos the guy, and it says on the bottom of the screen, passes the pot money over to somebody else.
I don't have the money.
Okay, let's just end it there. Coyote Mar, if you want to copyright it, you can. I just wanted to cover this because this is an awesome example. An awesome example of why I never fuck with anybody. I never fuck with anybody. I don't trust anybody. I don't race anybody. I don't fuck with anybody. So what's happening here? At the end of the day, it looks like the guy, the big guy with the glasses, welches on a bet. And he is looking for any excuse to not pay. And then he claimed he got pocketed. Right, them glasses flew from California to Florida. So I don't want to... How the fuck are you racing? Losing by 2 cars. There's video proof of it. There's obvious video proof of his GPS not working. You're behind him by 2 cars and you don't pay. I don't race for money. I race for your pride. Oh, Valley 10 Speed puts in a little more context. Passes the money to the person that also didn't pay me, according to Valley 10 Speed. So Valley, let me ask you a question. Why would you race them ever again? In the Northeast, when I would race, when somebody was always a problem, when there was always somebody saying that, well, I lost because I missed second. I lost because I didn't see the light. Let's rerun it because I had my air conditioner on. Someone that throws excuses out there. We would slowly but surely phase that person out of the racing group. We say, oh, we're running it tonight. Cool. Okay, who's coming? Saso, Pito, Verga. What about Chulo? Nah, Chulo don't pay, and Chulo's always tripping. So no, let's make a pact. Nobody races Chulo. All right, fuck it, because we don't need, because even if you bet, you're not going to pay. That guy's not going to pay. So don't race him, right? So this is what I would do if I was in the West Coast crew. That guy never gets a race ever again from anybody in that crew, ever. Because the only way that race happens is if they get paid, they win. Or if you want to play their game, stipulate the race nonstop and never have a clear winner. So 160, you jumped on the hit. That roll racing number one is gay. So this is what I suggest you guys do. What you do is you get 100% to a track. That's right. You go to a track. You're not putting people in danger. There's a light, so if you leave early, red light. Whoever gets to the end, that light wins. There is pay up, motherfucker. That's why grudge racing happens mostly at tracks. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of street racing, but the really fast radio stuff, the big money, $50,000, $35,000, $20,000 grudge races, happen at a track. They don't show times, but they have a clock. Now, the only controversy is if there's an issue with the timing system, meaning the starter hits the button and it doesn't come down, the guy doesn't stage properly, the guy, whatever process happens at the starting line, that's the only way it'll fuck up. And people play games there too. They try to burn people down, but again, you have a 6 or 7 second time limit. On the street, if you say 60 to 160, verify 60 to 160 on GPS, and your GPS doesn't work, and you're behind, right? You should say, I was behind. It don't matter how fast you went, because even if you did 140, we both let off at about the same time. I was 2 cars behind you. Here's your money. Good race, Papa. I'll see you later. Now you are an honorable person. Now you are a person people like to race because you pay if you lose. But imagine you have a $1,700 pot, and then you don't want to pay because the GPS wasn't working. And when the guy goes, how the fuck am I supposed to make that shit work? And the guy goes, I don't fucking know. Make it work. Oh, do I have to call Sony? Do I have to track the GPS satellite that I didn't have access to? Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? I don't race for anyone. I don't race for any reason. I don't race anybody for this reason. I race myself. I'm at the point where I hate people so much and I hate these stipulations type races that I just go to the track, get a personal best, and live my life. And people like Carlos Vergara, people like all these people are going to eventually figure out there's a reason why people just do their own thing at the track and they stay to the track. And people will say this, I'm the fastest on the street. You're the fastest on the track. No, I'm just the fastest, period. Street or track. Because on the street, the fastest with stipulations doesn't matter. At the track, it's more, let's just say, level playing field. Both of you got grip, there's both lights, and it's over. So shout out to Coyote Mar for putting that up. He slapped the dude, I think, out of disrespect. And then he pleaded with him. You haven't paid me twice, bro. And then he says, when I lose to y'all, I pay. So maybe Coyote Mar is more honorable than most over there. But shout out to everyone over there involved. You made a great viral video. Be around forever. It'll be one of those videos we reference forever. Coyote Mar has a stupid right hook, like from the hip. Didn't wind up. He just went, bah! And the glasses were flying. So shout out to him. You have a future potentially in boxing. So do videos like that make you want to stay inside or do your own thing? Dolo, fuck everybody. There's phones everywhere. Look, do you know why I don't race anyone on the street, or at least go to meets and then race people? People are looking for a reason to beat a name. They want to piggyback off of your name. For a long time, there was a LS guy here with a turbo 5.3 or something. And he was like, hey, Alex, we should line up for fun. Now, I remember I went to the track pulley up, meaning 3.0 upper pulley. No, 3.625 upper pulley. And I went to the track just to run 9, just to fuck around. And I wasn't on kill, and I wasn't about to do anything. If that LS would have shown up to me at that night and lined up, and he's turned up with a turbo because he could just turn it up, and I'm at a 9.6, do you know how all over the internet he's going to be, I beat YOLO, fuck YOLO, he's a homo. So he was messaging me nonstop, asking friends to line up. And I'm like, oh, if I'm at a test and 2, we'll line up, but I'm not going to specifically go out of my way to line up with you, because then it looks like we called each other out. And if I'm going to call somebody out, I better make sure my shit's a 7-second car. I'm not going to leave anything up to chance. But my car wasn't a 7-cent car. So I don't give anyone the opportunity to fuck with me. Now, if we happen to meet on the street and I'm out there and I'm outside and I go ahead and race you and you beat me, hey, you have all the right in the world to say, I beat the shit out of Alex. Alex sucks, whatever. This shit right here, the non-paying shit, verifies why I never fuck with anybody. I bet the dude has a GPS jammer. Street Alpha. Why did he have the money before the race in the first place? Street Alpha podcast. Do you think there should be a neutral party involved that is a race master, and that race master is respected by both parties, and he then looks at all of the data and he makes the call and nobody argues with the call? The problem is nobody wants to lose no more. People are afraid to lose. Okay, that guy, the guy's named Tone. Okay, well, Tone got a right hook. Real good right hook. And he was pleading with the guy. He was actually being reasonable. And I'm blown away that guy, the big guy with the glasses, I'm talking to you, bro. You know in your heart of hearts you lost that race. Like, you know it. There's no way you don't walk around going, I deserve to get smacked around like that because I literally lost that race. I just wasn't trying to lose my boy's money. Bro, there is more honor in being honest than that. That lives forever. That's something you never live down. There are people in this industry to this day that can't live down a moment like that. And that moment is so bad that you will be famous forever because of that moment. Look at Carlos Vergara when he reacts to the guy that doesn't pay him. I got to find that video where Carlos Vergara goes, oh, you going to do this shit, bro? He smiles and he knows the game. Carlos beat the ever-living snots out of that Camaro. And then the guy didn't want to pay because Carlos didn't verify he hit 160, even though the guy's behind him by 2 football fields. And then he goes, oh, you're going to do this shit? Okay, bet, we out of here. The problem is you got boys around you. And they're like, fuck that. Like, some people take it serious because it's your hard-earned money. I don't gamble for that reason. I think gambling is a loser's mentality. I think gambling, just leaving it up to chance, is a crazy way of spending your hard-earned money. Unless you don't respect your work. I respect my work. I worked really hard for my money. So if I do put it up, I'm probably going to be pissed off about it. So I don't put it up because I respect it. I put it in the bank. Fuck all that. That way things like that don't happen. Yeah, Street Alpha. She said, yes, there always is a flagger. And it's the flagger usually, and the flagger's the guy that keeps the money. Let's do this. Let all of California right now, y'all listening right now, all of California, don't let either party hold the money. Racing's going to happen. You're never going to listen to me and say go to the track because y'all weird and goofy and it's easier to race on the highway. Fine. Find someone you trust who is ridiculously trusted on the West Coast. Have that person become the race master. Give him a percentage. So if the pot is 5,000, he gets 200 or something like that. And regardless, because he's got to have skin in the game, you know, a percentage of the pot. And he is the race master. And he goes out there and goes, what I say goes, fuck all y'all. And if he says this is the winner, here's the money, get the fuck out of here, that guy's got to, first of all, have really thick skin. There's going to be people yelling at him in his face, fuck you, oh, who the fuck? And then he's going to be, but he's got to be a respected fella. So that the flagger or a race master understands, my responsibility is this, I might catch some heat, but I'm going to make a little money. But at the end of the day, the respect has to be earned. So he has to be a respected racer that people don't fuck with. And that's the only way West Coast street racing is going to survive. Because if that is street racing in the West Coast, embarrassing. Screw all those guys with side bets. That wasn't just that wasn't just Tone's money. All of Tone's team were reaching for their guns when the slap was thrown. People can't have a fair fight nowadays without the threat of weapons. That's the other thing. Now, when you go to a race, you got to bring the blick. You got to bring the piece. You got to bring the Glock with the switch. Because $1,700, you're going to lose your life for $1,700. Now, this is what I would have done. Oh, hindsight 2020, obviously. Knowing that everyone is packing, knowing that everyone's got a gun, knowing that people are looking for a reason to use it. You know how many people I know are itching to pull that trigger? And they just need a reason? And they bring it to them everywhere. It's their binky. It's their safety blanket. They're at Publix with it. You never know, things will pop off at Publix. Oh, really? When they're making the sandwich? Right, got it. You need that. Whatever. For whatever reason. If that guy, knowing that the crew is packing, he should have been like, hey, man, good race. Here's the money. I'll catch you next time. Cool. All right. And then that guy would have probably run it back. Could you imagine? He would have been like, bro, here's the money. Are you interested in running it back? Now you have the chance to be like, all right, let's make some changes. Let's let the cars cool down. Then go out there and race again. No. You ruined racing for yourself and for the whole coast. Because now whoever you were affiliated with, Carlos Vergara said he didn't get paid by one of you guys. And he said, and that guy showed that he didn't pay. And he suffered worldwide embarrassment. Glasses getting knocked off. Choked on the hood of his car. And shown giving potentially money to... I don't go outside. I don't go outside. It's a dude named Active Hood Rich. Pooh is the neutral person. Yeah, he looks like he's an OG, so he'd probably be somebody. I don't know anyone over there. The only other person that I saw could be honorable, mostly the non-prep races, a dude called Lucky. He's much respected, and people listen to him. If you lose, you lose. No name said, you know you didn't have a type shit happening in the early 90s. As soon as You Want to Be Thug showed up with the bullshit started. Racing was done by nerds. Racing was done by nerds. Nerds went out there and ported the hump on the E7 head. Nerds went out there and put 456 gears with a 28-inch tire and dig raced. Nerds found out just to put a short belt on this bitch. And then, EGR delete, 1.7 rockers, pulleys, a 65 millimeter throttle body. Nerds. Then, racing got easy. Downpipe heroes became a thing. BMW, downpipe, and a tuner sends you a tune to turn up the boost. Now you are competitive and you think you're a badass. What did you do? Nothing. You are paying a monthly nut. You are paying for a tune. You installed downpipes. And you are now a racer. Go racing at a track. Cut a light. See what racers do. And a lot of people put racing down at the track because they go, oh, it's track shit. Yes, it's track shit. There's an art to it. There's an art to shallow staging. There's an art to cutting a light. There's an art to deep staging. There's an art to many things. So that's why people don't go to the track, because track guys are serious about racing. When I watch racing, No Mercy, Lights Out, PDRA stuff, Billy Badass stuff, you know one thing that is a glaring thing about those races? They are professional. There is prerequisites. Burnout is legit. The backup person, they got headphones. They line them up on a certain path, right? Here. They're measuring the tire temp. They do professional. They've been there before. It's a science. They're nerds. Street guys throw an ESS kit on there, rear VMSs, a Lund tune with 1050Xs, and a return style fuel system, and they're like, we're racers. Fine. Go to a track and win races at a track. Track's whack shit. Right, because you need safety equipment. You need proper equipment, meaning if you have you need potentially a blanket, you need a lot of safety equipment to race safely. They're not going to take the risk of your ship blowing up and, oiling down the track or killing yourself because of dumb stuff. So that's why I think street racing is what it is right now. I think a lot of people have graduated to the track stuff because they're sick of the street racing stuff, and the non-paying nature of the street racing is ruining it. Downpipe heroes all day. There's always a mutual holder when I race. Pooh or Trevor Wagner are very fair, well-known mutual pod holders, so soul car racing is normalized to no paying. Limbic about a few times for a few shootouts. There's not many shootouts happening in California right now. Bro didn't want to pay, and now that video of him being slapped has millions of views in 2 days. $1,700 cost him his reputation, right? I don't know the guy, and he's probably the nicest guy on the planet, but he fucked up. You fucked up. $1,700 is not worth my name being drugged through the mud, being slapped my glasses flying out of my shit, being choked on my hood, then saying people were in my pockets. And then there's a video showing you handing the money off to somebody else. Supposedly. It wasn't worth it, man. Forever, you'll be known as that guy. And it cost $1,700. I feel bad for it. I legit, again, I have no skin in the game. But once I saw that, I was, bro, I'm going to talk about this. This is crazy. Rizzy says, I remember 17 years old, my first time at the track with my stock 94 Mustang E7 realized how slow I was, and I realized I didn't know how to make a car faster, so I learned. This is why I like drag and drive events. Drag and drive events, well, okay, kilometers, you got to understand, drag and drive events also attract a lot of the fucking retards. I've seen drag and drive events where people don't know how to stage. So that's embarrassing to me. A dying art is where a track closing monthly or almost weekly, now it's just sad. And that brings me to, should I talk about this? I wonder if I'm going to open up a can of worms with this one. I am never going to defend a track staying open in Florida. Meaning, I'm not going to use my platform to help bring awareness to a track in trouble. Right? Let's talk about that. That's a good subject matter. If there's a track out there that is being threatened to close because development, because of noise, because of whatever the reason, I'm just going to remember what happened to Palm Beach International Raceway. Palm Beach International Raceway is dearly missed here. It is, guys, when there is no track, you understand what a void, what a vacuum that leaves. You know what people are doing now here? They're racing RC cars. They're getting their fix by racing RC cars. There's little races at these little places like warehouses or little parking lots where people set up a little strip and they race. The vacuum that Palm Beach International Raceway closing caused in the racing is huge. Shops that built motors, shops that sold parts, shops that worked on cars slowly went away. And I remember people in other areas of Florida that were happy to see Palm Beach International Raceway close. Happy. So I was like, why are you guys happy that the track is closing? Now it's going to cause the streets to be full of people racing. And that's what's happened, especially in the Miami area. They race every day. Now, there are laws in Florida because street racing is such a problem that they will take your shit. If they suspect, not just a sideshow, if they suspect you're racing, they will take your shit. So any track in Florida currently that is advocating for some kind of awareness, where were you when Palm Beach International Raceway was on the edge of closing? They actually went on Facebook and talked shit about, fuck that track. Yeah, fuck them. No amount of signatures is going to save that track. Fuck them. All right, well, when your favorite track closes, I'm going to say, fuck them. No amount of signatures is going to save that track. Fuck them too. And you can't get mad. You did it to the track that's here. And if another track is going through a similar thing, I'm going to say the same shit you said. So Coyote Mar's in here. Coyote Mar is here. We can get this input. So who is Coyote Mar? I picked up MTBing when PBIR closed. Jeff Betts came here. My first TVS customer I ever tuned. Jeff Betts came to Florida, Port St. Lucie area, stayed here, worked in the energy field. Track closed. So he's like, I'm going to pick up mountain biking. And he's like, mountain biking is cool here. I met a lot of nice people, but now I'm going to go back to Austin or Dallas area and chill out there. And he's in the Austin area, I think. Shout out to him. He's doing really well. And I appreciate him. But yeah, people literally just picked up other stuff. So Coyote Mar, who are you in the video? If he's here, who are you in the video? Taking my car to the track for the first time this week and hoping everything goes smoothly. Gonna try to get a login tomorrow to make sure everything is still good on the car. I remember when the whole rave was about the no prep event started, they were trying to get people off the street. They need to get JJ the Boss rules and race out there cause you paid Trevor through wrong dude. Midnight says. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. West Palm and Miami people are coming out here to race. West Palm and Miami people are coming out here to race. We are losing our track also. Ignacio, are you talking about Bradenton? In Miami, they race every day. Oh, wait, that's Can I Be Frank's channel. Exactly. What video is he talking about? Also, Frank, he's for sure seen a spike in the Mexico streets. They were silent when it was PBIR. But when it was BMP, it was World War III. When Bradenton Motorsports Park, oh, we're going to go to the town council. Oh, okay. Cool. Good luck with that. We're going to petition. Oh, all right, good luck with that. And if they start building closer and closer to the track, who do you think Bradenton is going to listen to? The track that's been there 50 years? Or the people that are paying hundreds or not, if not millions of dollars in property tax, income tax, and really thriving in that area? The amount of money BMP brings in versus the amount of money a housing complex or development brings in, that makes BMP's contribution to the, let's say, government money minimal. They'd rather put their money and I want to say efforts into developing more housing complexes than a track. Coyote Mar is the brother of the man that slapped Munch. Okay, so Munch is the guy with the glasses? Okay. Coyote Mar says, that's my brother. I recorded the video. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, sir. And again, you could copyright it if you want. I just wanted to bring a light to it. I didn't play the whole thing. So I urge you guys to watch the whole thing because it is an interesting look into modern street racing, stipulation racing. Bought a 2012 Mustang with a Palm Beach dyno too. Tried to flash back to stock. Wouldn't take it. Forced a 13, 14, 209. Now I ain't sure if I'll be able to flash stock. 200 thoughts. Hova, just tell your tuner to send you a stock tune based on your VIN number. It'll be fine. He's the one videoing. Got it. Same exact shit is happening with power sports. Motocross tracks are closing everywhere, and they're taking their dirt bikes on the street. Just a memoir says, living the acreage and about 50 minutes away from PBIR. Since it closed, I've started messing with ATVs and bike riding. Tiny Immokalee Regional Raceway, 8th mile. That is such a nothing. If they actually make an Immokalee, whatever, race track, I ain't going to go to that shit. Give a fuck about it. I'll go to Orlando or Raul Torres' track, SGMP. Go once a fucking quarter, race my shit, and come home. Yeah, it's far away, but I'd rather go there. Now, no copyright. It's a public video. Thank you, Coyote Mar. I appreciate you very much. I just wanted to make sure that you were made aware of that, but I appreciate that. So, Coyote Mar, where are they now? What has been the fallout of that video? Has Munch's crew paid up? Is there like a back end conversation? They're like, hey man, shit, my bad. I fucked up. How can we make this right? Is there ever that conversation on the West Coast? Hey man, I want to race. We all want to race. Like I would love for camaraderie in the racing scene. Meaning, we're competitors, but I'm not gonna like punch you. You know, unless you disrespect me, which I'm sure the guy felt disrespected, and shish. What a way of showing no one's going to ever say shit to him again like that. At least no one in their right mind that's wearing glasses. But I don't mind having a crew of people versus another crew of people get together, race, and have an honest race. And say, we raced, I beat you, you beat me, here's your money, see you later. And you know what? I'll get you the next time. I used to do that when there was no money involved back in Massachusetts. I would race my buddy Freddie, his friends, and then this guy named Jason and his friends, all white guys versus Puerto Ricans, and then another white guy, Pete, from a couple of towns over came by. Then some guys from Berlin Turnpike came up and beat the shit out of us. And it was a round robin situation of no money being passed, but it was like, who's got the fastest crew? What area code has the fastest crew? Now it's like, you beat me. You were ahead of me, but I'm not paying. Crazy stuff. It's sad that 1320 Munch had so much hope in that Whipple 10R80 from Yellow Jacket. Wish it didn't have to be this way. Now he's a laughing stock. Says Damien Saldivar. I don't know the whole situation behind there, but I don't know. Tracks don't open enough to revenue to justify them staying open. I agree. Heard dude who didn't pay Valley had a ZL1. Dude looks like a Munch. That crew's gone now. Oh no, that's a built ZL1. Mine is pretty much stock. He doesn't roll with that crew anymore because he didn't have his back when he was getting choked out. So Munch doesn't roll with that crew because they didn't jump in. Well, think about it. Would you jump in when there's about 70 guys behind him, potentially all packing? Now, okay, I don't know how it is in the West Coast, but let's say homie slap dude, and then dude's like puts his shit away, and now we're gonna go head up. Will they let it happen? Like, will they let it happen? Will they let a fight happen, a scrap happen, and then call good? But then money still has to be exchanged. Oh, it's so weird. That would have been great if it had been like, all right, bet. You're not going to pay me for the race? We're fighting for the money. Because I already slapped you upside the head and choked on the hood of the car. I'll fight you for the money right now. No, that would have been worse. Guns would have come out at that point. No, thank you. Shit. They did the same thing last time when no one had GoPros. They say, well, we'll pay if you show 160. Desvelados did him dirty, letting him take the beating and letting him not pay. Okay, you guys are saying names from people on that coast. Don't bet money you can't afford to lose. 508 with the hammer down, the pull. 508 with the hammer down, the pull put the 45. Okay, Alex, what do you think of Snot Rocket V3? Don't care. Those days of racing, simply see who is faster, along gone. I jump in, says Diaz. I jump in, Diddy Freak Out Party. Is it Tone or Munch who got bit slapped? I'm confused. I think it's Munch. Munch said he didn't have the team when he got there, though. Where can I watch the video? Okay, let's go here. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Link in the chat if you want to watch the video. Right here. It's 24 minutes long on the Coyote Mar channel. Link in the chat if you want to see the whole video to see what we're talking about. Getting Munch is going to be a whole new thing. Where did the glasses land? That's a good one. Bro, nobody fights now. Everyone got a switch. God damn it. ZR1 wants to watch the video. ZR1 wants to watch the video when you said packing. Why does someone got to jump in if you got to act an ass and then be ready to fight? Damien Sandoval says, no, that's a lie. He was a part of this. Okay. You're talking crew stuff. I'm not even going to read the comments because I don't know. You're saying crew names and estos contra aquellos. I don't want to be involved. He got slapped because he was talking shit and couldn't back it up. If you're going to talk, be sure you can walk the walk. He's lucky it was a slap and not a punch. I agree with that. It was fast. This guy's got twitchy fibers in his muscles because it went from the hip to the face, 0.02, pow. Unbelievable. Oreo50 says street racing is pointless and a waste of time, and I agree. I don't want to go street racing because this can happen. The last time I had a street race was with Donnie, and Donnie and I raced 4 times, and he beat me, I think, 3 out of the 4 times. And the times that he spun, I let off. You could watch the video. It's when I put slicks on the car with the black car. And he had a 6R80 car, and he had way more power than I did. He beat me 3 out of 4 times, and I was like, bro, I ain't got nothing for him. Did I go and slap the shit out of him? No, I bought him some Taco Bell because we were in Mexico. Now, the time before that, I'll tell you this story. The time before that, there's a guy in this area, and I'm trying to remember his name because I don't mind calling his name because he is the most non-racingest motherfucker ever. And he is like hated by everyone he knows. But no one tells him that they hate him. They still deal with him. I'm trying to remember his name. If I remember his name during the story, we're good. This guy, when I first got to West Palm, I had my black car. And I had some big, dumb Bentley wheels on it. Yeah, big, dumb 20-inch Bentleys with a drag radial. And he was at the track running 940s or 960s in his Coyote swapped Fox body with a S-trim JTB. JTB V3 or V7. So it was like a mid 9-second car. But on the street, whatever. He knew I was a video guy. He knew I was a YouTuber. So he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to get a name I'm going to notch a name on my belt. So John Lund Sr. was with me riding shotgun. So I'm going back home. We're going to go to Denny's and eat and hang out because after the track, it's like 12 midnight. So you go to Denny's, have breakfast, go home and shit your pants and then go to sleep. So this guy just kept egging to race me on Beeline. Okay. So I came to a stop in the middle of Beeline. did a burnout. He came to a stop in the middle of beeline, did a burnout, and we took off from a dig. And I was ahead of him by the top of fourth. So that I'm going 140. So that's a quarter mile race. This motherfucker stays in it after I let off. I let off because it's the top of fourth. And then he goes, boom, flyby. We meet up and he goes, I beat the shit out of you. And I was like, say what? Oh, we went to Flanagan's, not Denny's. And I was like, what? He goes, yo, I beat the shit out of you. And I'm like, I was going 140 ahead of you by 2 cars. Let off. And you did a flyby and you say you won? And that fucking asshole forever was persona non grata in my eyes. To this day, to this day, to this day,
This day.
to this day,
To this day. To this day.
I treat him like shit when I see him. I don't want to be your boy. I don't want to hang out with you. When I see you at a car show, you're that bitch ass motherfucker. You are persona non grata. That's how I treat you if I think you're dishonorable and shit. And then when he's like, hey man, what's up, man? I don't say nothing. Fuck it. Fuck you. Fuck out of here. Go install AC somewhere. The fuck out of here. Fuck out of my life, punk. And every one of his friends was like, you know, Andy. That's his name, Andy. And every single one of his friends hates his guts. That guy's a fucking asshole. Oh, I know. Why you still talk to him? I want to keep the peace. I don't want to keep the peace. I want nothing to do with that motherfucker. So I simply don't talk to him. Everyone is fast on the street till it's time to put a number on the boards. Alex, the full send you did on the dyno with your old S197 is the best. She sounded healthy. Oh, when I launched it? That was cool. Riding shotgun with the shotgun. Our friendly runs for shits and giggles is fine. Internet racers talk more shit than actual people involved in racing. You're right, Caesar. It was a lot more fun back then. Street racing was only fun when it was you and your buddies at high school testing mods against each other. After that, it got bitchy. Alex is a real life Toretto. I'm no real life Toretto, but I'm not gonna be your friend if you're an asshole. And this guy thinks he's cool and funny. I remember I went to a Fox Body meetup and I took my white car down there, hung out. He's like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "Why do you still insist on saying hi to me? Just don't even look in my direction, bro. I don't exist in your eyes. You don't exist in mine. Get the fuck out of here." He doesn't get it. Alex can act like he doesn't know you. Absolutely. Alex's devalued Corvette says, Alex can act like he doesn't know you. We all had quick cars, but as soon as I started to see 5 guys show up with 1 car, I was done. Okay, I will tell you the story. Let's story time with Theo Alex. Coyote Mar says, Lund for the win, by the way. Hey, thank you. If you're a Lund supporter, shout out to you. So, I grew up in Massachusetts, and there was a guy named Keith. Keith Pappas. Never forget his name. He had a very fast 85 GT. 355s, Lakewood slapper bars, semi-built 306, little slight cam, carbureted. It was like a solid 1250, 1240 car in 1995. Maybe 1220. And this guy named Jason, this very young guy named Jason, bought an 85 GT to build for the specific reason of racing Keith. Now, Jason didn't really have any mechanical knowledge, but this friend of him named Mike Johnson did. And another guy he knew had some mechanical knowledge. So they went out of their way to build a car to put up against Keith, who built his own car, built his own engine, put his own shit in. It was a one-man show. Keith's car was quick. So what did they do? They spent over $10,000 or $12,000 in parts, and all they did was spend it on suspension parts, just for the opportunity to beat Keith's car, because Keith's car was the quickest car around. And once they achieved that goal, they would rub it in his face all the time. And I think they worked together. And it wasn't a friendly rivalry. It was a very adversarial rivalry. Yeah, we beat the shit out of you. You fucking suck. You don't know how to do blah, 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 blah. It became a 5-on-1. And I'm like, wait a minute. Who wins there? I still respected Keith more than them, because it took 5 of them building one car to go up against Keith, who was one guy. Nowadays, guys don't know how to build shit. You get a Whipple installed at the dealership. You suck off the tune from your local tuner. He sucks off the Whipple tune. He puts 1050X data in there, and he puts return fuel system data in there, and he goes from 16 degrees of timing to 21 and then forces it and maybe moves the shift points to 7800. What the fuck did anyone do? What the hell did anyone build? I guarantee most people are paying a monthly nut when they're going out there racing cars that they're putting money on the line. You have a $900 car note, and you're pot racing? Come on, stop this. Stop this. BP Smoke Tech says, just like you guys said before, catch random people in Mexico and do friendly runs. Never get money involved because it doesn't make it fun anymore. Alex is the valid Corvette. Mar was Lund Tune. Munch is popcorn. Instead of family, Alex is Folo. Exactly. How do you feel about the S650s? Come on, Daniel Cuevas, man. Get on game. I love you. Ryu Hayabusa says, Alex, can you tell me what you think about this fuel system? Google KPM fuel system 1500, as I can't copy paste the link. So let me ask you a question, Ryu Hayabusa. Is it a fuel system or is it a hat? 4 or nothing. That's what I say. 4 or nothing. I'll race you right here, right now. Alex says, Andy, the racer. He's going to say only 4 fuel systems. Exactly. 5v1 basketball persons. Only 4 innovations fuel system. Exactly. Man, just dropping a like. Watch the replay later. Says Pac-Man. 4 innovations only. 4 innovations. 4 innovations. Ryu going to get roasted. No. This is what's happening, and it's happening in the ticket system. Hey, look up this fuel system this guy's talking about. It's fucking badass. Do you have it in your car? No. Have you ever heard of anyone having it in their car and having it perform much better than the 4 innovations fuel system? Not really, but he says it's better. Oh, got it. Someone says it's better. Now you could race on a quarter tank and not have fuel slosh. That's the selling point. Is it a hat or a fuel system? Because a fuel system requires a controller, lines, fittings, check valves, filters, regulators, rails. But if you're like, check out this fuel system and it's a hat, it's not a fuel system. Not sure if you mentioned it, but what is the realistic goal for Team London FL2K? I think a 650 would be phenomenal. 40s would be astronomical. I don't think we got 40s in it. And he probably brings chicks to his 1-1. Alex has videos playing on YouTube when she asks, who's that some dude in his race? No, the dude's got money. He's got like a HVAC company. But it doesn't mean shit. You're just an honorable person. Got a dub beeping smoke detector sounds over that video. Why did you describe Mustang Lifestyle's tunes, Alex? Please, that guy don't even know how to copy a tune. $900 car note is wild. I won't finance everything over $25K. I'm just saying, one of your boys, I got it up. One of your boys literally crying for 75. That's fucking wild. But anyways, my fault. Says, hello. Hey, I got it up on the chat before you deleted it. If you do that dirty delete, I'm sorry. I'm going to highlight it. Alex, I'm outside your garage. Let's race, says Andy the Racer. Michael Merck says, isn't Ford developing a bucket system? Thought I heard that somewhere. I don't know that. Losers taking loans out to race at local gas stations. Bet you won't race Alex with no clothes, Andy. Just watched Colors yesterday. To be fair, the TI pumps have been failing left and right, giving Ford a bad name when it's the pump's fault. Exactly, ESS 10-speed. You got to understand, Ford Innovations did not make fuel pumps. They don't make fuel pumps. TI does, or T1 or TI. TI Automotive. TI makes a 274, 285, the 295. So if they fail, don't blame the fuel system. I can understand how you have the fastest car. You didn't make any part of that car. Glad you now respect Keith, Alex. I'm sure Wonder is glad to have you back. Well, he built his motors. He just had to bring 7 of them to every track. Just remember seeing those RC people prepping before racing. Alex, you mean the people that say they have a part, but it's not even on the car? Yes, exactly. Check out the fuel system. It's on Timu for $100. Noting seeing this live. Mustang Lifestyle said stock injectors cannot support E85 on a 350. Dude, just stick to 2 valves. Of course they can. You don't even need a fuel system to run E85 on a GT350 boosted. It's got twin pumps. All you do is put booster pumps on it, 1,000cc injector, and you can go up to 11 PSI. I wouldn't suggest you go past that. And again, to make 11 PSI on a 350 takes a lot. That is an insanely efficient motor, and it's slightly bigger. So it's got 5.2 liters. It's got GT350 heads that flow phenomenal, 350 cams that are awesome. The best parts of a Coyote infrastructure are on GT350s and Predator motors, the valve train specifically. So if you are buying a 350 and you are happy with the NA, you can do an E85 tune with the stock injectors. And then if you go boost with 1000cc injectors, twin booster pumps, you can make 800 real horsepower, no problem. Is the Grey Goose the fastest 6R80? Again, sorry if it's answered. Yes, it's the quickest and fastest 6R80 on the planet. Oreo50 says, tuned specifically by you, zero issues since Whipple installed 2021. Lund, Oreo, thank you so much. Damien Sandoval says, Alex, answer me this. I have people telling me getting punched isn't as bad as getting slapped. In my opinion, getting slapped is more disrespectful. Yes. So, I also think getting beat up is worse than getting knocked out. If you watch boxing, sometimes a knockout happens early. So when a knockout happens early, he's out, he's up, he's aware in about 10 minutes, and he's like, fuck, I got knocked out? Yeah, you just went out. Fuck, damn. But when you get beat up for 12 rounds, you get your ass whooped for 12 rounds. That is way more harmful. You have taken cumulative damage. Your brain is swollen. Your eyes are swollen. Your eye sockets are swollen. Your nose is busted. Your cheeks are busted. Your face is busted. That is way worse. So when you get slapped, I think that is not only disrespectful, I think it's also a bit of, call me crazy. The person slapping you is giving you a break. Because it's like chastising a child. Pow! What are you doing? Like when you correct your child, you know, you give him a nudge or something. You don't punch him. This guy was like, bro, you've done this before. Here's a slap. Glasses go flying. Now there's massive disrespect. There's massive, like, you my son. Pow! Glasses fly. Then he chokes him out. Doesn't punch him again. Doesn't throw a punch again. And imagine being part of his crew and not jumping in. I don't know what I would do if someone would punch my friend. I'll die. I'll get shot. I don't care. I'll die. Someone touches my friend like that, they're getting pile drived into the fucking ground, bro. Something's happening, you know? But no, they just sat there and let it happen. So, like, you might want to get some new friends at that point. Depends on what 350, Alex. No, any year. Any year, GT350, Omar X, they're all the same. They're all the same. Fuel system's the same. What are you talking about? A 16 through a 20 GT350, 10 pounds of boost, stock fuel system, 1000cc injector with booster pumps, E85. I don't know what you're talking about. Depends on the year. I've tuned 16, 17, 18, 19s, and 20s. The same way. We have one tune. If not four, what's the number two next best option? Nothing. Pump gas, stock, and a BAP. How many smoke detectors are going to be going off in Diddy's videos? I was looking at Naldo Kit and it says requires BMRK member. I don't want red stuff. Yeah, sorry. If you don't want to be a BMRK member, get another turbo kit. Get a Hellion sleeper. Maybe that doesn't require a BMRK member. Who got smacked in the thumbnail? I guess some guy named Munch. Front hand abuse. Backhand. A slap is definitely a warning to come correct. Getting beat up for 12 rounds is definitely worse than getting KO'd in the first round. His crew didn't jump in because they knew he was tripping. You know what? That's an interesting angle. Who made the call? Let's talk about the video. Who made the call to not pay? I'd love to know that. I'd love to know who made the call not to pay. Who said, yo, orale, Holmes, I don't think you should pay. I don't know, man. He was ahead 2 cars. Yeah, but you got to ask to see the GPS. And if he don't got the GPS saying 160, that was the race. The race was 160. What if he let off at 159.5? And when he let off, you passed him and you went to 161. You win. Oh, shit. You're right. Get back to the station. Yeah, man, I just want to make sure you went to 160. Oh, okay. I was ahead 2 cars and you let off. All right. Hey, you got the 160 on there? Now the GPS froze. But we were ahead by 2 cars and you both let off. Oh, then I'm not going to pay. Oh, whoo. Bad look. Really bad look. That slap was justified. Alex, are you crashing out over a smack? What? Who's crashing out over a smack? I'm talking about what street racing has become, Jesse. Crashing out. I like how people think they know what the meaning of a word is. Are you crashing out over a smack? I'm crashing out over someone stipulating 160 while being behind 2 cars. That's what I'm crashing out over. And I'm crashing out over the fact that that's street racing in 2024. I don't go outside. Crashing out. Fucking weirdo. That dude's friends probably wanted the guy to pay. The dude got smacked for nothing. I believe whoever put the money on the race on Munch's side should have stepped in to help him out, because if he won, it would have been there trying to collect the money. It's for then that fuel system Alex has in the red car that when he first got it. Oh my God, Nardi Mercado, that fuel system was ridiculous. Imagine the horsepower needed to come around him. Probably another 150. I'm not crashing out for a friend who's scamming and got caught. Fuck all that. I crash out hard, but for righteous reasons, says AJ. For sure, the ZL1 guy made that line. Someone's rent was spent that day. Trying not to pay while being built like Humpty Dumpty is crazy. Oh, fuck. Here we go. Jesse is... I don't know, Jesse. Whatever. Jesse, if you were the guy in the video getting smacked, if I was the guy in the video getting smacked, I would never be the guy in the video getting smacked. That's what you don't understand. If I would have raced the gentleman in the green sweater and got beat how that video showed it, I would have been like, brother, good race. See you later. Want to run it back? There would be no drama. Zero drama. Zero drama. I'd be like, hey, man, you got me. Let me see the video. Damn, you got me by 2 cars. Well, that shit rolls out. What's done to it? Oh, yeah, this and that. Oh, cool, man. Hey, man. Here's money. That's it. There is no crashing out. There's paying your bet or not paying your bet. That's it. I would never not pay my bet. Alex, he has a challenger. His English is crashing out. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The only thing crashing out is track attack. Oh my God, beep and smoke detector. Alex, there's a video of him deleting his GoPro footage because he saw he lost. Okay. Wait, who? Who are we talking about, Valley? I even hate getting involved in this because people think I'm picking sides. I'm saying how whack street racing is. I don't want to pick a side. I don't care. But if people do shenanigans, it just certifies that I don't want to go street racing ever. If I go to a meet, hang out, then I leave, whatever. I don't even want to go to a meet because you're suspected that you're gonna race, and cops watch them shits. So I'm an old guy now. I'm not gonna go to these meets with, like, let's say if my GT500 gets done, makes 1,000 horsepower, and I go to a meet. Well, I'm going there to race, right? I'm going there to look for a race. I'm going there ready with, 25 degrees of spark advance and lambda at 0.76 and, the sauce, ethanol 1R in the tank. But no, I don't do that shit. I go to the track. Hurricane effects in your area? None. Just a little outer band stuff? Nothing. But right now, my guys in Tampa are getting hit. So pray for them. Humpty Dumpty. It would be the first and last time. Munch deleted GoPro footage. Oh no. Call the slap me cutting slack. Bruce Lee. A slap definitely sends a different message than getting punched. You're officially someone's bitch after receiving the end of that. Hellcats and Trackhawks, blip kind of shit. Didn't you used to roll with the I can't even say it. You guys don't understand. You don't understand gang culture, so you can't even mention certain shit. Alec, you changed. We used to have way more racial undertones. I don't know that he's a certain race. The guy with the glasses. The only thing crashing out is his homie swinging his 19% zero down for 72 months into a Toyota Camry. Beep. Oh, fuck. Guided Crime Lord. Going to a meet are nuts, especially with cops having tag readers now. Just rolling through recording everyone's data. Valley's right. Munch said he didn't know who had the GoPro. Shit was fishy from the get. Whipple with Lund Tune since 2019. Never had an issue, says one bad 14 GT. Lund forever. Now, in the last couple of days, we've actually gotten a decent amount of volume. And I suspect a lot of people, like right now, there's a guy that I'm tuning that wants to compare our tune versus a competitor's tune. He made it very obvious in the ticket system. I am comparing my blah, blah, blah tune versus yours. That's why I'm paying the money. The first wide open throttle hit, he had no fuel pressure. I said, you got no fuel pressure. Now, did he know he didn't have fuel pressure? Is he getting retuned because his tuner didn't notice he was losing fuel pressure? I don't know. But the moment we go, here's a limited file, idle slow revs, same tune, 3,000 to 6,000, same tune, here's a new tune, 3,000 to 7,500. If at 7,000 your fuel pressure drops off the end of the earth, you got a pump issue. So I wonder if now in his head he goes, now it makes sense. I thought it was a tune issue. But Alex right there in plain English showed me that the fuel pressure was dropping. Thank you so much. I'm going to dig into the fuel system. DBR High Performance, shout out to DBR High Performance. They have had 3 or 4, just me, tunes this week. We got a Whipple 23 out of the way. We got, I think, an NA 12 out of the way. Now the NA 12 had a brand new JLT Series 2. Now the brand new JLT Series 2 is not a good intake. They suck. But I noticed that, hey, you have 30% fuel trims being lean under 2 hertz and over 2 hertz, they're fine. This thing must either have a gasket leak or whatever. He checked it out, blah, blah, blah. I go, here you go. Gave him some more fuel down low, and he's like, you fixed it, ship it, get out of here. Evan Smith, I think. 23 F-150. Here's a tune. 600 on pump gas. Here's an E85 revision. 850 on E85 with more boost. 2 tunes. Fucking done. Like, I love the fact that when someone builds something right, like DBR and Evan, the shit just works. So I don't have to chase my tail. And I ended up finding a guy who was competing or putting us up against a competitor. I found a fuel pressure issue right away. So it's been one of those weeks where I think when you come over to Lund, you realize that it's not the tune that it's the problem 90% of the time. 90% of the time, it's hardware. Why compare? They're all stolen Lund files. You're not wrong. Did he slap Meek's cheeks? Bro, Munch ate that smack though. Just saying. He ate it. Yeah, he ate it. He sat there confused. I'd be confused. I don't know why he's confused. You can't expect to look at a guy and be like, yo, whatever. Like, I don't give a fuck. Fix it. And then, boy, I'd love to know the background of both of them. One beep and my dog is barking now. He must hate the culture. What do you think about new tech rule at FL2K requiring a W2 or a clean title for street car class before you can race? I don't know. That's not real, is it? No. There's someone else, Nardi Mercado. What do you think about new tech rule at FL2K requiring a W2? Like for work? Or a clean title for the street car before you can street race? I don't get it. Engine store. I regret selling my twin turbo Mustang GT for an Audi R3. Bitch blows up at 500 torque. LRX is still flying off the shelves? Absolutely. It's because tone was coming in a little too high power. You help this tuner fix a problem? Pretty much. DBR Gang says Fufu Dan. Fenderwell all day. Reaper should have slapped the Coyote Expert. That's what I was thinking. He won't even tell me the pulley, says Pepper. And thinking and not real, just an idea, says Oliver Bryan. So, again, just to recap, I hate the fact that happened. I don't like seeing that stuff. I'm kind of like an uncle now. I don't really want to like take sides, but I'm not surprised that happens if you have loose lips like that and the guy feels disrespected. You know, if he feels justified, be lucky that he slapped you only. And don't street race if you can't cover the nut, and don't rely on video. Be honorable. What happened to being honorable? Gentlemen, a gentleman's agreement, guys. This right here is a contract in my world. In my world, handshake is as good as a contract. So when I shake hands with somebody and they fuck me, I never deal with them again. And you've seen how I've treated people that have fucked me on this chat. If you screw me, see you later. I don't give a fuck how you used to rep me. I don't give a fuck if you used to be a fan. If you fuck me on a handshake deal, I never fuck with you again. So that means you're persona non grata to me and anyone that I deal with. So anyone that says, what do you think about this guy? He sucks. Fuck him. Go somewhere else. When I tell you I trust one engine builder aside from Ford, and it's FFRE, I say that with so much data, it's not even funny. I think Joe Irwin does great. I think Joe does a great job. I have no motors from him. But you know how many motors I've tuned and we at Lund Racing have collectively tuned from his camp? Hundreds. Never had a major issue that was mechanical or that he wasn't willing to fix pretty quickly. Everyone else, trash, trash, trash. I think Tone was in the chat. Which one's Tone? Took Munch a full second to register. He got bitch slapped out of him. W2, you have to prove you had a job. Right. Weird. Oreo says, can you explain the difference in E85 AFR versus 93 AFR? How did that translate to power, energy, potential? No. Don't think in AFR. Think in lambda. Don't think in AFR. Think in lambda. You're looking at the gauge in the center of your screen on your Coyote. And you look at when it's on pump gas, 11.5 AFR at watt or 10.9 AFR at watt. And the moment you go to pump gas, that thing is stuck at 10.0. The AFR dummy gauge on a Coyote does not know you have E85 in it. So let's think in terms of lambda. What is stoic lambda pump gas? 1.0. What is stoic, meaning at idle? Stoic lambda E85, 1.0. Watt lambda. Let's think in terms of the decimal point. 0.77 to 0.79 lambda is what you would normally command in a pump gas 14.0 stoic fuel. Pump gas 14.0 stoichiometric AFR value 0.77 to 0.79, and you're good. Now, when the car hits catalytic overtemp protection, when it infers a high temperature in the catalytic converter, it can go down to 0.68 lambda. That's what 24 Mustangs are doing. A 2024 Mustang goes into catalytic converter protection early because it's boosted if it's a Whipple or a Roush car. So in order for the car not to go into a rich misfire, they add spark advance. So they go 0.77, 0.79 normal conditions, hits a certain flange temp, drops down to 0.68 lambda, and so it doesn't go into a gurgling misfire because it's flooding the cat with fuel. They add spark advance, and the car makes power. That's exactly what every single Mustang is doing in 2024. The same thing every Mustang did since the beginning of time, since they had widemans. Nothing special is happening. No saucy shit. Whipple, Roush, and ProCharger are relying on the catalytic overtemp protection threshold to be met to shove more timing in it. That's why they say, pulley down. You got enough injector? Pulley down. Once it hits catalytic overtemp, it'll be 19 degrees of timing at 14 pounds of boost. It's the same thing that's been happening since the beginning of time. Talking like that to people put you in the danger zone. The boys gambling with the rent money. Handshake is a contract in court depending on the situation. Exactly, ESS. What about booty shake, Alex? That's because we're Gen X. Honorable. Integrity. Honor is everything. Does Gen Z and what's the other one? Alpha? No, they're not there yet. Millennials are old now. And they're not really racing. They're out there. I don't know. But is Gen Z honorable? Do you guys have any honor? Like, Klingons are honorable. Like, honor is everything. And you guys are out there not paying a bet. Crazy to me. Just tuning in. Hope you're safe out there with the hurricane. I've had no issues. I will show you where I'm at so you guys stop worrying about me with hurricanes. Weather radar. I have nothing near me. And I appreciate you guys worrying, but that's just nowhere near me. Again, I love you guys. That's just nowhere near me. Okay? The last 3 or 4 hurricanes have not come anywhere near me. I'm here. Keep zooming in. I'm here, guys. Okay? Palm Beach County, a.k.a. where the money is in Florida. Okay? From Tequesta to, let's say, Delray. This is where you want to live. But the guys are up here. Yep. The guys are in the shit right there. Oh, I went by them already, so I hope they're okay. Yep, let's hit play. That sucker became a category. And you know who's gonna get really fucked on this, guys? The Carolinas and Georgia. Georgia. Look at this is huge. Sheesh. Look at this son of a bitch. It goes all the way up to Columbus, Ohio. Let's see the future cast. So, do you know who's really gonna get fucked on this? North and South Carolina. They're just ill prepared for what's coming. This thing is going to dump so much rain, bro. And then New York, Philly, you guys are going to get rain like a motherfucker. It's going to be a nightmare. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate you guys, being concerned, but I'm nowhere near it. I'm telling you, we have this thing called the current, and the current is a natural barrier for hurricanes in this area. They have to be coming in at a really fast pace to power through. Gen Z thinks there's more than two genders. I do, Alex. I can't speak for the rest of them. Not the generations, all about how you're raised. Oh, no, bullshit, Joe Mendez. It's about the generations. Trust me. Are we getting in more Gen 1 content? Yes, Sway Rodriguez. I dropped off the car at Thunder Auto Sports. I'm hoping to have it back tomorrow, but I'm not 100% I'm going to get it back tomorrow. If I get my car back tomorrow, Donnie, the Gen 1 Mustang, we're going to go out there with a converter 2B, little tight for NA, but it's better than stock. And we'll see if we can get into the 11s the way it sits with Brembo wheels. If I can't get into the 11s, I will slap on a set of 275 6015s and put the drag pack on it that is currently on the Fairmont. Put it on Donnie and see if we can crack into the 11s. You know, with a little less rolling resistance with the skinnies, better tire out back, and hopefully with a better drag radial, I think we'll be able to get that car in the 11.9 range with converter, drag pack, exhaust, intake, and E85. Then we might have to start fucking with suspension, but I want to do my best to not touch the suspension. So I might get a drive shaft, and once it gets a drive shaft, do whatever it does on the street, then it's time for a blower. I told you guys, by the end of this year, I want that car to be supercharged. That car is going to be in the 10s on pump gas. Maybe on E85, it'll be in the 9s with the stock motor. And if it makes it to the 9s with the stock motor and survives, it is time to put a decent motor in there, like a Gen 3 bottom end, reuse the Gen 2 heads, and send it and see if we can go 9.1 with a E85 and about 15 to 16 pounds of boost, the big cold air intake. That is the plan for Donnie. So yes, you will be seeing Gen 1 content. It is cooling down. The converter's in it. So I don't want to just give you filler. I want to give you, progressive content on that. I'm in Panama City, aka Alabama, all clear up here in tiny ass DeLand. Alex, you want money? Come to Jupiter. Whatever, Alex, you want money? Come to Jupiter. Yeah, there's big money up there. We will see if it hits Virginia Beach at all. The old money is in Collier County, Port Royal. It's been hammering rain here since 2 p.m. yesterday outside of Atlanta. Gen Z is 95 to 09. Gen Alpha is 10 to 24. So yeah, there's no Gen Alpha racing. I'm in North Carolina. It looks like it's going to go through the mountain region. What else is switched out with the converter, Poppy? That's it. Converter only. That's it. Stock drive shaft. Everything else is stock. It's been crazy how Georgia and the Carolinas became hurricane capitals of the Americas. Has anyone ever used Speed Daddy headers on a Gen 1 Coyote? Don't buy cheap headers, says Grant Wimburn. Kona Blue says, don't forget you need to make a modification to fit the 15-inch rims on Donnie. Correct. I have to buy a sway bar relocation kit, which is 2 little brackets that got to drill out and twist the roll bar up, the sway bar up. Sway bar? Yeah. And hopefully that can get done. Oreo says, thanks for your explanation. Mechanical engineer by profession. Still learning about cars. Combustion engines are barely covered in mechanical classes. They focus on concepts of Brayton and Carnot cycles. Gen X failed their kids. We're too soft on them creating millennial Gen Z. I agree. Gen X gave their kids everything. Soft ass motherfuckers. That's why I never had kids. Ever have any interest in a nitrous setup besides a notch? You seem to have touched everything but nitrous. So let's talk about that when we end the show. The Fairmont, you guys might hate if the Fairmont doesn't go Coyote, but look, if I have a Coyote swap ZR1, Coyote swap GT500, and a Coyote Gen 1 6R80 car, I don't think I should Coyote the Fairmont. The motor in the Fairmont is going to go in the Corvette ZR1. So that's the plan. I probably should get a big block Ford. I know. I probably should get a big block Ford. Big block Chevys are cheaper, plentiful, and you can really make some noise on that. But I think in order to get that car to the track sooner, instead of having to deal with all this bullshit, tubing, turbo stuff, it's a drag car. I think I should get a big block Ford in there and get nitrous in it and see if I can run 7s. The goal is the same, 7s. So I don't think a small block Ford with 400 whatever cubic inches is going to be enough. I think at the end of the day, I'm going to need a big block something to really make that thing get after it. I would need a big block Ford or big block Chevy bell housing for the Reed Turbo 400. But I think that would be the easiest, quickest way to get that car into the 7s and learn on Nitrous shit. I'll probably fuck it up. I'll probably do something messed up. I get it. But I think it'd be interesting to do, and it'd be easy in comparison to turbo stuff. Danny Renfro himself. 916 and 148 on a 69 is what we went at SGMP. But did you have a stock lower? Anything in Boca Chica, SpaceX? Nope, nothing else. Nothing lately. They're still in the middle of FAA bullshit. OG Donnie's here. Yes, OG Donnie hit me up earlier. He's like, hey, man, I'm getting the itch to get back into Coyote. And if he wants to help out with the cars, hey, I got Coyotes he can drive. Cooks, ARH, Ultimate Header. Not me. My dad beat my ass. Got it. 351M, LS9, the Fairmont. No way. Godzilla, whatever you do with the Fairmont is cool. It doesn't matter as long as it's fast. I agree. NC's getting murdered right now, says Jesus Perez. Was looking forward to a blow-through Coyote, but I get it right. Me too. But I didn't know the LS9. Don't get me started on the LS9. When you guys start talking about the LS9, I get pissed. Because I think I'm gonna. I'm not looking to blame anybody. I just want that shit out of my life. I want the LS9 out of my life. I want to Coyote swap the ZR1 and be happy. I'm not doing it for clout. I'm doing it because I like the ZR1, but I don't want to fuck with Chevy stuff at all. 429, yes, big block Ford, Coyote ZR1, LS in Fairmont. Never. I would never put an LS in the Ford. Hello, Alex. How's it going? Alex doesn't want the BBC. Exactly. You're talking my language. I had a big block Ford Fox body. It was running 830s at 170 back in the days, early 2000s. I would love that. But I got to get well-versed in big block stuff. I don't know shit about big block stuff. Just curious, what happened to Tradition Motorsports? No, they fell off. Did he swap Fairmont, big block Ford, or killer, and 7 shouldn't be too expensive, says the fish. You could always put an SMX in the Fairmont and just add water. Will be nose heavy, but not bad if it's set up for radials, exactly. Making it seem easy, Leon. I'm in North Carolina. It's been raining for a while. I was only saying the LS9 because short stints in a drag car, IATs and heat soaks aren't that big of a deal. I don't want an LS9. Come on, stop it. Ahmad Moreau says, new to the channel. And I was joking. Talking about the LS9 equals shitting in Oreos. Yeah, bro. I have the LS9 sold to Nestor Barrios of this channel. I said, blower to oil pan to clutch, everything, accessories, minus the headers. Headers I have sold. Give me $6,000. See you later. He's like, okay. Because he wants to put it in his Cadillac CTSV. He'll fix it up himself. Hopefully it's a cheap fix. I don't care. Get it out of my life. Not anytime soon, I hope. Who knows, says Oreo50. And SMX, that's cheap. I don't know anything about big block Fords. If some of you are big block savvy, especially on the Ford side, do me a favor. Hit me up. Go on, find out what you recommend. Get me prices on a long block. Hell, a whole motor. I'm on Facebook Marketplace, and I don't trust any motor on Facebook Marketplace. But if you guys can get in there, a 500 cubic inch big block Ford with twins would require ISS-style toilet as a seat. So a lot of people said that. And Jake from Power by the Hour said, Alex, if you're going to go turbo, just get a big block Chevy in there. And I'm like, you're right, but it's a big block Chevy. He goes, it'll do it so easy, Alex. I go, yeah, but it's a big block Chevy. Now you want to talk about custom stuff. At least Coyote stuff is somewhat swappable in Fox body. He goes, so's big block stuff. And I'm like, but I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about that game. So if I want to get on game, a big block Ford or a big block Chevy, whatever shows up that can take about 1,100 horse with a big shot of nitrous, I'll look into it. Throw a Texas Speed Coyote in it, Alex. It has cylinder heads and other stuff in it. Oh, and followers and lash and 4 cams. Keep the nitrous setup simple. Plates have come a long way. Find a 427 single overhead cam big block Ford. Where's Craig Walls? He might have some contacts. No Chevy gayness. Exactly. I don't want to do Chevy stuff. Alex, having owned both unicorn blower cars, what was more of a headache to build? The ZR1 or the GT500? The ZR1. The ZR1's a bigger headache than the GT500. GT500 had 2 years of running 8s. And it had 5 years of running bottom 8s, high 4s in the 8th with its previous owner. So honestly, I don't think so. BCB. Will I will hit you up with some big block Ford info. Call your boy Reaper. I have a built Voodoo for sale soon. Hit me up. No thanks. Camera, big block Ford with Nitrous, and God can breathe. Nitrous big block Ford is a timeless combo. Can't go wrong with a 512 cubic inch. Pound for delivers more than the Chevy combo. Let's go. Get me info, guys. All right, I'm out of here. Today we talked about a event that happened over in California where a guy got slapped because he didn't want to pay on a race because the GoPro didn't show a certain mile an hour. Verifying, putting a blue check mark that street racing is never something I want to do. I would rather stick to the track. Too many stipulations, too much bullshit going on there. If you know in your heart of hearts that you lost the race, just pay up. But that situation, that video, thank you for Coyote Mark for not copyrighting it and coming in here and saying some things. It just blows my mind that that happens out there. It happened in Valley 10 Speed, and what I'm hoping that Valley 10 Speed does is take his car to the track. Do some street stuff, cool, but get it to the track. And that's how, if you want to do business, that's how you're going to be better off. And I think your car, Valley 10 Speed, can probably go 820, 810, maybe on a glory run, get a 7.9 as long as the 10R80 agrees out of it, and you'll be probably the first in that area to run that number. And I think that would be so impressive and a good chip on your, a good little feather on your cap instead of dealing with this street car shit where guys don't want to pay after they lose a race. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Sunday morning for Peasant Chat. We'll talk peasant stuff. We'll see what happens with the fallout of this and anything else that happens in the automotive aftermarket, space. And this is your go-to show, your go-to news, your go-to opinion show to let you know what's happening in the automotive aftermarket. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see you guys on Sunday morning for Peasant Chat. See you guys later.